Confession time. Uncle Chris really love bhaji. Whether it is from Swiss chard to pak choy to dashing bush bhaji to chorai, what some people call, Jamaican brothers call it, kalaloo, spinach, normal everyday spinach that you buy in the grocery store here in North America. I can't tell you how much I love it, and that is what we're doing today. A sort of a thick sort of bhaji kalaloo kind of. Vegans, vegetarians, they're gonna love me for this one. Now, if you wanted to kick up the flavor a little bit, you want to add a little bit of salted cod in there, you can do that. And all I have here, about 2 pounds of just plain old spinach. I gave a rough chop to it. I've got about 1 pound of okra, onion, tomato, salt, garlic. I've got 4 of these bird's eye or bird pepper chopped up over here, seeds and everything. Some black pepper. We'll need some olive oil. If you wanted to go with coconut oil, you rub that coconut oil. And I have about 1.5 tablespoons of coconut cream. You notice how simple the ingredients are? Real simple. Let's go on the stove now. 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And what I like doing is going in with the sliced onion. The recipe will be posted on CaribbeanPot.com, so don't fret, you can head over there within the next 48 hours or so and it will be posted. Along with that, I've got garlic, and you can see all I did was, and that's about 6-7 cloves of garlic. I love a lot of garlic in here. Just gonna move that around just a tiny bit. We don't want this on a high flame, so I'm gonna turn my heat down to low. I just want to gently bring that up to temperature. You don't want to burn the garlic, but I find that by adding a lot of garlic in here, garlic and spinach just, perfect combination, yeah? As it softens up in there, I'm going to go in with that chopped up bird's eye pepper. Now, you don't have to put this pepper in there. I love spicy, and I find by adding that little kick in there, it does wonderful things. If all you have is habanero, scotch bonnet, jalapeno, whatever spicy pepper you have and you like, or you can source, rock that. Don't go out of the way. And and if all you have is pepper flakes and you want to give it that slight little heat, rock the pepper flakes. Everything is nice and soft now. Just move that around. I don't want to burn anything. It's the whole idea here is to sort of get maximum flavor without burning anything, because burnt garlic, for making dal, you burn the garlic, nothing else though. It's been about 4 minutes. It is time now to add all of that okra is going in there. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but what I did was I removed the stems and I chopped it up into about 1/2 inch wheels. Just gonna move that around just a little bit. We're just gonna give it a slight little char just to pull out some of the sweetness out of the okra. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. There is okra in this. If you don't like slimy, this dish is not for you. I apologize. Press on. Move on to another video. Or head over to CaribbeanPot.com and spend some time there. Give your boys some views on the website. I'm going to put my heat back up to medium. Hit that another stir. Okra, we're going. Another piece trying to, everybody trying to escape. Now here's the thing, once we add the spinach in here, it's been washed, it's going to add moisture, and that's going to help us sort of steam saute cook this. This will not be one of them pretty dishes you're accustomed to seeing me do. When you cook spinach, as what we call bhaji, it's cooked down, all the way down. So it will take on a sort of a thick, sort of soupy, beyond soup, sort of consistency and texture. But for now, another minute or so on that medium heat, and then we'll start adding the chopped spinach to here. And I only chop the spinach because it helps to break it down and cook it a little bit faster. As we add the spinach, it will seem like a lot, but as you know, we've discussed this in the past, as it cooks, it will wilt down. So just be mindful of that. Don't stress too much. All of this is going to go down, and just keep piling it on there. Once we're done adding all of the chopped spinach in there, we've got to add the coconut cream, Of course, we've got to add salt in there, and I like adding some cherry tomato. I think these are grape tomato. It doesn't really matter, whatever tomato you want, because what I find is the acidity in the tomato tends to brighten up this quite a bit. To help it along, I will add a splash of water, so about 3 tablespoons of water in there, and I will put the lid on just to create that steam so everything starts going down, and we'll keep adding the spinach. Now if you wanted to use a bigger pot, by all means rock that bigger pot. And all I'm doing as it boils down is to bring up, kind of toss everything together, the okra, the pepper, the pieces of onion, the garlic, that black pepper. So this way we have layers and layers of flavor meeting each other. Yeah, still have some more to add in there. That's a little tappity tap, and just keep piling it on. Yeah, everything is in the pot now, so at this point we are about to everything is in the pot there. You got a nice vigorous bubble happening from the medium flame. In goes that coconut cream, and that coconut cream has been sitting in the fridge. That is why it's taking on that shape there. It's sold in a block format, so a nice rectangle block. If you're looking for it in your Caribbean or West Indian or Asian or Latin markets, that's usually where it is. Well, not where it is, but how it's found in a block. The tomato, you're just gonna drop that in there as well too. Now, when mommy would make this dish for us, tomatoes never made an appearance. All I'm saying is I like it because it brightens it up. Not just visually with little specks of red all over, but the acidity. Yeah, boy. And of course, salt. In my case here, I'm using some sea salt. I don't go heavy with salt when I'm cooking any sort of spinach or greenery, because I find that it tends to have a saltiness about it all on its own. All I'm going to do now is give that a good mix. I'm going to reduce my heat just a tiny bit, put the lid on, slightly ajar so there's breathing room, and let that cook down. That coconut milk will melt and do wonderful things in there, bring a nice sweetness and give it a lovely body as well too. So again, give it a mix, put the lid on, turn your heat down ever so gently, and let that cook until everything comes together. It's been about 25 minutes I've been stirring it. One of the things I want to impress on you is as it cooks, you want to sort of scrape the bottom just to make sure, because there's natural sugars in here and it will have the tendency to want to stick or burn. If you're using a non-stick pan, well then you're not dealing with that. This is a stainless steel pan, which I like because it has a lovely core that distributes heat evenly. But what I'm doing is using the bottom here and hitting it a little scrapey scrape. And we're going to continue cooking this down. But now, remember what I said, it's not going to look pretty. It doesn't look pretty in there. But I'm telling you, with some hot sada roti, head over to CaribbeanPot.com, search sada, S-A-D-A, roti, R-O-T-I. You're going to thank me. Trust me on that. You've had pita bread? You see sada? Sada is like the royalty to pita bread. And don't talk about bus up shot roti or paratha. I'm telling you, boy, both recipes are available at CaribbeanPot.com. I'm just going to continue cooking that. I want all of the liquid to sort of dry up. Sup, soldiers? Listen, if you enjoy this recipe, I'd really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and click that bell notification thing. If you've made the recipe, take a picture and send it to me. Email address down here. I mean, trying to tell people the email address, then bots will take the address and do all kind of thing with it. And tag me on Instagram at Caribbean Pot. I really appreciate you guys, and thanks for being in my kitchen with me today. Irie. In total, it's been cooking for 40 minutes. I'm going to turn off the stove in about 3 minutes time. At this point, taste it for salt, and you have the option of leaving it as it is right there. What I'm going to do is give it about 3-4 more minutes, let it cook all a bit, just a bit more for me, because all of that liquid is gone, as you can see. I just wanted to tighten up just a little bit more for my personal sort of preference. Now, when you're eating this with the sada roti or the bus-up shot roti, two things comes to mind. One, mango kuchela on the side, or if you're a peon and you know about bhaji, head over to CaribbeanPot.com, search lime pepper sauce, and it's pickled lime with scotch bonnet peppers and garlic and some herbs in there, and with the lime juice and the lime skin and everything else. Yo man, You dippity dip, you scoop, and Papa, you are telling you, things sell. Vegans, vegetarians, well, you're gonna love me for this one. Give it a try, it's real easy. And don't mind the okra seeds that you see in there. Pop, if you ever chew on an okra seed, you know what I'm talking about. It's fun and games, man. Irie.